Welcome to the session on programming in Java. In this session, you will learn to use Java classes, methods, and constructors. Use the package and import statements. Work with pass-by-value concepts. A Java class is often used to store or represent data for the construct that the class represents. In the given example, you could create a model that is a programmatic representation of an employee. The employee object defined by using this model will contain values for employee ID, name, social security number, and salary. These are the fields used to store data about an employee. The constructor in this class creates an instance of the object called employee. Unlike methods, constructors do not declare a return type and are declared with the same name as their class. The method getEmpID is used to return the employee ID of an employee. Methods are used to manipulate the data fields of a class. The method that stores the value in the data field is called a setter or mutator, whereas the method that retrieves the value from the data field is called getter or accessor. In the given example, you can see that the names of the mutator and accessor methods are used, as set and get plus the name of the field with the first letter of the field name capitalized, lower camel case. The set method uses a keyword, this. The this keyword allows the compiler to distinguish between the field name of the class, this, and the parameter name being passed in as an argument. Without the keyword, this, the net effect is that you are assigning a value to itself. A constructor is used to create an instance of a class. Unlike methods, constructors do not declare a return type, and are declared with the same name as their class. Constructors can take arguments, and you can declare more than one constructor in a class. A constructor without an argument is called a no-arg constructor, or a default constructor. The given example shows the syntax of declaring a constructor without arguments. You can see the name of the constructor is the same as class name. Constructors are invoked automatically by using the new keyword when the instance of the class is created. Here, you can see the constructor of the employee class is implicitly invoked. The new keyword is used to create an instance, that is, an object of the class. In the given Java, assign the reference of the new object to a variable called imp. Then, you assign values to the employee object. In order to use the employee class to hold the information of an employee, you need to allocate memory for the employee object and call a constructor method in the class. An instance of an object is created when you use the new keyword with a constructor. All of the fields declared in the class are provided memory space and initialized to their default values. If the memory allocation and constructor are successful, a reference to the object is returned as a result. In the given example, the reference is assigned to the variable imp. To store values, data, into the employee object instance, you could just assign values to each field by accessing the fields directly. However, this is not a good practice, and negates the principle of encapsulation. Instead, you should invoke instance methods, and pass a value to the method to set the value of each data field. In Java, a package is declared by using the package keyword. It is a group of class types. There can be only one package declaration for a file. Packages are more than just a convenience. Packages create a namespace, a logical collection of things, such as a directory hierarchy. It is a good practice to always use the package declaration. The package declaration is always at the top of the file. In the given figure, you can see the employee and manager classes are included in the domain package, which itself is a sub-package of the example package. The COM is the main package containing the example package. The figure represents the hierarchy of the packages and classes. You could refer to a class by using its fully qualified namespace. namespace in your applications. But that would quickly lead to a lot of redundancy. Instead, Java provides the import statement to allow you to declare that you want to reference a class in another package. The import statement provides a convenient way to identify classes that you want to reference in your class. You can import a single class or an entire package. You can include multiple import statements. It is a good practice to use the full package and class name rather than the wildcard star to avoid class name conflict. Import statements follow the package declaration and precede the class declaration. An import statement is not required by default, as your class always imports java.lang package. You do not need to import classes that are in the same package. Example, the import of the manager class is unnecessary as already a class is accessible in the same package to which it belongs. The Java language uses pass-by value for all assignment operations. This means that the argument on the right side of the equal sign is evaluated, and the value of the argument is assigned to the left side of the equal sign. For Java primitives, this is straightforward. Java does not pass a reference to a primitive, such as an integer, but rather a copy of the value. In the given example, the value 3 is assigned to x and later, the value of x is assigned to y. If x is later modified, for example x equals 5, the value of y remains unchanged. For Java objects, the value of an object reference is the memory pointer to the instance of the employee object created. When you assign the value of x to y, you are not creating the new employee object, but rather a copy of the value of the reference. An object is a class, instance or an array. The reference values, references, are pointers to these objects, and a special null reference, which refers to no object. In this session, you learned that a Java class is often used to store or represent data for the construct that the class represents. The setter and getter instance methods are used to manipulate the value of fields. A constructor is used to create an instance of a class. The new keyword is used to create an instance of a class. A package is declared by using the package keyword. The import statements are used to import a single class or an entire package. By default, a class always imports java.lang. Java uses pass-by value for all assignment operations. Thank you and happy learning.